Hey guys, how are you doing today? So in this video I wanted to go over some of the changes I like to see if they come up with a 5.5 balance patch. So let's get started. Let's just get right to it. So the first change I want to see is a vitality buff. So Mika currently has 950, right? And a lot of characters, a lot of grapplers in the game have at least 1,000 HP. Laura had 1,000 since the beginning. A lot of other grapplers had 1,000, but they have went up over time, right? Like Alex, he's went up to 1025. I think he might be at 1050 now even. Laura even got a health buff, man, from 1,000 to 1025. That's crazy. And I know Mika and Laura are different. They both mixed machines, but they're both different overall, right? But I kind of felt Mika was left out in that sense. Like a lot of characters got a health buff, but Mika did not. I was kind of hoping that Mika would get a health buff. I would like to see a health buff from 950 HP to 1,000 because I feel like with not everyone, but most characters in the game getting a health buff, it would be fair to see Mika get a health buff as well. 1,000, I'm not asking for like too much. I think 1,000 is perfect because she already has 1,000 stun too. So the next buff I like to see is her stand medium punch. So her standing medium punch, if you don't know what they did to it in season 3, they nerfed it where they increased the pushback on hit. For some reason, I'm unsure why. I think it's because she's able to do stand medium punch, micro walk, stand medium punch, micro walk, stand fierce before. But no one ever did it, and it was really hard, and it was not worth it because it's too easy to drop the combo in a lot of scenarios. And you had to be really close. That's my theory on why I think they nerfed it. I don't really know for sure. They don't really tell us why they nerfed the move. They just tell you that the move is nerfed. So I would like to see it be back to how it was before that, because before that it was very easy. Mika doesn't do a lot of hits anyway. Like most of her combos like 3 hits, maybe 5 hits if you swing a bar. I did think it was kind of bogus that they nerfed that because it's one of her basic B&Bs, man. And like a lot of times I'll get a punish. I'll do stand medium punch and stand fierce whips, and I just don't get the combo. And I don't know sometimes. Like even after it's been like, that was season 3. It's season 5 now. It's been some seasons, and I'm still not used to it. It sucks that I even have to do something subpar like EX Peach. So I like to see that reduced back. The pushback on block is great because I'm -2 already, so that's fine by any means. Now V skill 1 is the next thing on the list. I kind of thought it was a little messed up that on the patch notes they said that they added a forward input to V skill 1, which literally does nothing for me or anyone else as a Mika player. Does nothing for us, man. It's kind of like messed up that they even put that in there because it still has 75 starter frames, and I thought, and 15 recovery frames, and that's probably the worst V skill in the game in terms of startup and recovery. So what I would like to see personally is I would like to see the startup be reduced from 75 startup frames to 50 recovery frames, and I would also like to see the recovery reduced from 15 frames to 10 frames. To make it more viable. It's the startup is so long that it feels nearly impossible to get off in a real match. If you ever notice at a high level, you don't see people do mic unless it's a setup or unless they're stunned. And even still, a lot of this, some of the setups can be blown up by certain characters, or by pretty much every character, if you really know, depending on the scenario. But I kind of felt like it's bogus, man. It's been like that since the betas, and it still hasn't been fixed. I understand that the mic, the reward is great, but to make the recovery and startup that bad, it's it makes it impossible to even be able to get the buff off. And I also wanted to add that I wanted to be reverted back to 25% damage buff instead of 20, but that might be too much. Let's not even include that. Those two alone would be good enough for me. So the V skill 2, on the other hand, is actually one of the worst V skills in the game, in my opinion. No offense to the dev team, but I do feel like they purposely made her V skill 2 not that great because I think they were scared of her having too good of a V skill. Same with Fang. Fang's is pretty much the same thing, but his parries lows, but it still has the same weaknesses, right? It doesn't counter EX moves, or it doesn't counter V reversals. So I would like to see it be able to counter lows, EX attacks, and V reversals. And also I would like it to be able to what's the word here? I would like it to be able to cancel into V trigger. I think she better cancel into V trigger. And also I think it looks like she used to get a buff when she raised her hand up at the successful landing it, but I don't know if they changed that or what. Also I would like to see the white life gone. I don't think she should take white life for doing it. I think that's kind of bogus too. Now the last thing on the list is I would like to see standing roundhouse disadvantage on block reduced from -4 to -3. Now the thing with that is, I know it sounds like a weird change, but I think that it's essential because in a lot of matchups like Ken, when you fight Ken, when you fight Ryu, when you fight Sakura, when you fight Ibuki, when you do regular dropkick, they can punish every time with stand light kick, DP, Tatsu, whatever. So it's one of her best pokes, but you can't use it in those matchups because you can get blown up for it. I think it would really help out a lot and I think they should do that. I think they should make it -3. And I think, you know, there's a lot of really good pokes in the game that are even plus and that are crush counterable. I'm not gonna name any names, all right, but there, you know what I'm talking about. Even the dev team knows what I'm talking about. Like, there, you know, so that, like, I know Mika's neutral already isn't that good, but that is one of her best pokes. I would like to see it -3 instead of -4, so I can use it a little more in those matchups and not get punished. I don't care if they can check me, I just don't want to be able to get punished. So that's it for the video, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I only put up 2 videos because I wasn't really sure how long I was going to go on for. I probably could have slid in another match, but we'll listen to this cool G theme in the meantime. But let me know what other buffs you would like to see if they come out with a 5.5 patch. I kind of hope they do when Seth comes out, or a little after Seth comes out. Because there are other things besides Mika that I think they should look at. Like, I think some other characters who didn't get a health buff could, you know, use a little bit of health too. Also, I think, for example, Chun-Li, her Hazanshu should be a little better. I feel like it's a little unpolished right now. It doesn't work how it used to work previously in previous titles. And it really doesn't go over fireballs like how it's supposed to. So I like to see that buffed. And there are some other things I can't think of off the top of my head. But yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys also think that these changes are too much? Do you guys agree with them? Just let me know, alright? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you like this little change up. This is my first time kind of doing a video like this. I do feel like Mika, like I said, is still viable and good, but I feel like these buffs are bigger, a little better, but not too much. You know, I'm not asking for the invisible wall, or I'm not asking for like Crouch Fierce to be +1 again. I'm not asking for the fall speed she used to have, because, you know, they nerfed the fall speed too on after Irish Whip. You used to be able to get 2 dash into the EX Peach, but you can't do that. They knew better because they saw that video I made years ago, but that's my theory at least. I don't know if they actually did, but yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.